Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube? Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday night. I don't know about y'all, man. I love that intro. I don't know. I just like, I don't know, that song's kind of killer. Got that song free off of, I think it's called Artlist.io or something like that. But what is going on? What is going on? Hope everybody is doing good. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. It's already over damn near. But I'm tired. It's been one heck of a week. Today I got home and I started doing some yard work, and it was hot, hot, hot and muggy, just nasty out. So literally just took a shower, had some dinner, and came upstairs to hang out with you guys for a little bit. I don't really have anything much to talk about in particular. We're just gonna hang out, kind of talk, say what's up. I didn't get to make it live last week. I'll kind of explain why I didn't get to go live last week here in a minute once we get maybe some more people in here. But yeah, let me know you guys are here. Tell me where you're from if I don't know who you are, and even if I do, let everybody else know where you're from. Name, company name. Do some shout outs. We got Waste Expo coming up. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. So make sure you guys remind me if I forget. But we're gonna talk a little bit about everything, a little bit about everything. So I was watching Daniel's live last night. Daniel, the dumpster helper. If you guys don't follow him, make sure you guys go over there and give him a follow. He's always got some good information. Just kind of it's not really, guys. This channel, there's other people that talk about the number one educational channel, or they're here to show you, give you a lesson, or all that crap. And I'm just here, just showing my journey, right? Just kind of hanging out with you guys, just doing my thing and documenting my journey. It's what I've always said from the beginning. I'm not here to tell you my way is the only way to go, or if you don't follow me and if you don't do what I do, you're a loser and you're going to get out of business. That's not my style. That's not me. And believe me, I might be going out of business. I mean, we all make mistakes. I'm here just to just share my journey with you guys, y'all, at the end of the day. So I'm honored. I'm humbled that, I have a channel where I can literally express myself and talk about kind of just go through the motions of being a business owner and being with people that kind of understand where I'm coming from. And if it helps somebody along the way, awesome. And if you don't like my content, no problem there. I got some thick skin, so I really don't care. But I just had to say that disclaimer because it gets annoying. It gets kind of tiresome after a while being compared to everybody else. I'm not here to be compared or compete with any other YouTubers or any other business guys or any other dumpster guys. I'm here just to, like I said, document my journey. And just here to hang out with some cool ass dudes. I've met some really cool people through this channel, and I don't expect that's going to end or that's going to stop. I've met some really good friends, people that I've considered not just associates or business not partners, but business other fellow business guys, but also like really true friends that I talk to on a pretty regular basis. So that's kind of why I do it. So. Not here to teach anybody a lesson, to tell you what to do or knock you down. I'm here to help you out if I possibly can. So, anyways, enough of that. That's just a little disclaimer. I wanted to make sure it just came across a little bit earlier, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. But Antro, what is up, brother? Always an OG, always on the channel, always on the lives, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man, for just staying consistent and always being here, man. I truly appreciate that. Helps out the channel and it helps out the algorithm of YouTube. In-laws, what is up? I met in-laws at the Lone Star Dumpster Showcase in November. Super cool dudes, down to earth. If I remember correctly, they were wearing like yellow, orange shirts or something like that. Just kind of branding themselves. Super cool dudes. Welcome. Thanks for being here, in-laws. Andrew, what is up, brother? From Dallas. Oh, you're right here, man. Your competition, you got to go. So you got to hit the go follow somebody else. No, I'm just messing with you. You're more than welcome, of course. I'm just messing with you. Like I said, I don't see other dumpster guys, small guys, or people like us competition, man. Our competition is the big boys. There's more than enough fish in the pond for all of us to hang out here, especially in DFW. And you're more than welcome here, brother. I appreciate you. Omar, what is up, brother? Are those beers? I can't even see. That's really small for some reason on my screen. If those beers, is that you saying that you owe me a drink, or are you gonna give me a drink at the next networking meeting we got in a couple weeks? Somebody reached out to me today. Dang, I don't remember how he reached out to me. I get so many messages, emails, text messages. Sometimes it's ridiculous, but and then some people text a business number or call the business line. That I don't like. I don't want anybody calling my business line. My daughter answers for the most part, and and if you're trying to reach me, you're not going to reach me that way. So if you want to get a hold of me, you can email me, josh@americanafdumpsters.com. I will respond hopefully when I get a chance, and or go to my YouTube or my website, americanafdumpsters.com/YouTube, and there's all kinds of different ways to get a hold of me. Unless you have my cell phone direct, because I've given you my cell phone direct, um, you know, that's okay. But somebody messaged me about coming to the next networking meeting, and I got to figure out how to get back to them. But next networking meeting it's the second Wednesday of every month. So if you're local, you want to come out, everybody's always more than welcome. And if you want to buy the rest of us some lunches, like Omar and I, you're more than welcome to buy us some lunch. And it looks like Omar's offering me a couple beers. I can't tell if those are wings or beers, but I'll take them as beers, Omar. Carl Turpin, what is up, brother? With Turtles Dumpsters in West Frankfort, Illinois. What is up, man? Welcome to the channel. Carl has been here before. I recognize the name for sure. Sorry if not sure if we've met. Brian Lawson, what is up, man? From Lawson Dumpsters and Demolition in Pulaski, Tennessee. There was a high school, Pulaski High School, Milwaukee. I think my wife went to Pulaski. I'm not sure. Antrell, Mac versus International. Deep dive. Numbers of single. He's getting into it. He's already talking. Mac versus International. Deep dive the numbers of single axle versus tandem. One of these days I will be looking into over the next 3 months. One of these days. So you want me to talk about the numbers? One of these days, possibly. I don't really know I mean, as far as numbers are concerned, it's honestly like running two different companies, to be honest with you. So the Mac is obviously running the 15s, 20s, and 25s, and then the International is running the 30s. And it's literally like running two different companies, two different sets of dumpsters. Now, there are some of my dumpsters, like most of my 15s and a couple of my 25s that I can cross over between the Mac as well as the International. But it's literally like two different companies. And the International only has 10 30-yard dumpsters currently, and the Mac handles 21 dumpsters by itself. And this is where I disagree with some people on social media. Again, everybody does their business their own way. I'm not saying it's wrong or right, or my way is right or anybody else's way is wrong. But you can keep one truck full-time busy with 20 to 25 dumpsters. Easy. You can keep them busy with 10 probably. Depends on what your turnaround time is. Depends on a lot of different factors, right? Obviously, depends on your area. Your geographically speaking, if you cover a bigger area because your market is bigger. Here in DFW is huge. It's up to me whether I want to do, a small town or really kind of go far out. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Here in DFW, the money is further north, right? Money is like Dallas and north. That's where the real money's at. I'm talking about Plano, Flower Mound, Denton. For those of you guys that are here, that's like, I mean, it's higher end, more expensive areas, and people are more willing to spend a little bit more on service or on speed of service versus budget friendly, right? Which is kind of like South Dallas and South. And I'm not trying to be at all like, it's just what it is. It is what it is. Same thing when I had a limo company. North was always more money, and South was people were a lot tighter with their money. Obviously, there are exceptions, but my market is really big. My area that I cover, if I go 30 minutes north from my yard, I'm in Plano for the most part. If I go 30 minutes south from my yard, I'm in, where am I at? I'm probably Not all the way in Corsicana, but maybe Waxahachie, Ennis, a little bit further south. So my, any given day, I'm 1 hour from one end of the spectrum to the other. So that takes up time. Time at the landfill plays a huge factor and a huge role into how quick you can turn around your cans. So if you're doing 1 and 3 day rentals and you have 20 cans, golly, you can stay super busy in that kind of market. Even if you're doing 7 day rentals, I do 7 day rentals. Lots of customers call us and tell us they're done with it ahead of time, and we will put it on the schedule and pick it up. But I have a full time driver who works full time, literally 40 hours a week. There are days where he may work a little bit more than 8 hours a day, and there are days where he cuts out early, and it's even Steven at the end of the day. Wintertime was a little bit different. There was more days where he was leaving a little bit earlier than normal, or I would find busy work for him to do, grease a truck, cut some of the grass, or come over to my house and we were trying to do that French drain, all kinds of stuff. So, um, but yeah, I mean, I as of right now, I can stay super busy in the Mac a full 40 hours a day with 21 dumpsters. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to be adding more eventually. I always will add more. And I'm staying I'm staying a consistent part time with 10 30-yard dumpsters, but I haven't seen the need to buy more just yet. Am I going to buy more? Absolutely. Probably when I get back from my vacation, when I go out of town. But yeah, let's keep the comments rolling, guys. Good question intro. But like I said, when you're doing that kind of stuff, man, honestly, it's like two separate businesses. Again, the international, it hauls all 30s, all my 30s, and then every now and then when I have to fill in and help Kevin out in the Mac, I will take some of the 15 jobs. And or if we have like concrete or brick or any kind of job where it requires more heavy duty stuff, I'll take a 15 and I will pick up a 15 in the international. I've got a consistent customer right now who's giving me nothing but brick, 15 yards of brick over and over and over again. And I kind of roll my eyes because that's gravy. That's easy money. Don't get me wrong, but it's an hour and a half each way. So it's a 3 hour round trip for the most part, especially when I stop at Buc-ee's. So, but they're paying a good amount of money, right? And they kept me busy all winter for the most part. So can't complain there. So they're definitely paying for travel. But I don't know if that's the kind of numbers you were looking at, or more like revenue numbers. But I can look at that maybe a little bit one of these days. But honestly, at the end of the day, there's less competition. Okay, here's another way to look at it. Right, there's less competition in the big trucks. Bottom line, there's less competition. However, it is super cutthroat. So you're not competing. I'm not in my international and my 30s. I'm not competing with the guys in trailers, with the guys running 15s and 20s in trailers, or running dump trailers, or running like smaller trucks or medium duty trucks like my Mac. I'm competing with a lot of the big guys, though. I'm competing with Waste Management, Republic. I'm competing with a lot of the guys that, don't even have a website presence. They've been around for 20, 30 years. They have 50 something cans, and they're running them for $500 flat rate with 5 or 6 tons included, right? That's my competition, though. So it's kind of a blessing, but it's also kind of a curse at the same time because, um, yeah, you got to kind of learn to navigate that water and kind of find a fine line between not charging too much, not charging too little, still making some money, and keeping your cans busy. Hope to answer your question, brother. Good topic, though. Very good topic. Andrew says, "How's my yard coming along?" So, not so good, Andrew. We've gotten a lot of rain lately, a lot of rain, and last week I was in jury duty all last week, literally from Monday morning 8 a.m. until Friday. We weren't released by the judge until right before 6 o'clock p.m. So, um, I had my part timer kind of filling in my big truck, and obviously Kevin running the Mac. But we got a lot of rain last week, and when I go there on Monday morning, actually I went Sunday. I had to do some dumpsters on Sunday because I didn't have. I think it was Sunday. Anyways, we were flooded again, big time flooded, lots and lots and lots and lots of water. And I still haven't gotten an update on electricity. So for those of you guys that know what I'm talking about, or don't know what I'm talking about, when we first moved in here, we were promised electricity within the first 30 days. Um, we Energies, or whatever the energy company is that we have here, they came out and they ran a line to the temporary pole. We have a T-pole. Basically, it's like a pole where you put a meter box and a breaker box. And they ran a line, but there was no meter box or breaker box yet. The landlord hadn't put one in yet. So to speed things along, I called my electrician. I said, "Hey, come on out here." He's a licensed electrician. He charged me $1,250, and I said, literally the next day he came out, put in the breaker box, the meter box, and a weather shield, something to cover the top of the pole from weather elements. And and the landlord was supposed to call the energy company back and have them come back out and connect it. Well, long story short, it's now been what, 7 months, and it still hasn't happened. I think he's having an issue with getting a CO or plotting it or something like that, plotting it separately, a separate piece of land. I think he's having an issue with the city because he mentioned a couple things to me over the last few months that makes me think that he's having an issue with the city and they're not allowing a separate company to be there or a separate line being ran there. So I've had it. I mean, between the water, I cannot even use half my yard, even though I don't really need it right now, but I would like to have the option. I would like to put possibly even like a little mini dealership there, get my dealer's license so I can start selling the trailers, have like an actual trailer dealership there. And I can't do that with the way it is. It's just too flooded. It's too muddy. It's too soft. And so I sent him a text message the other day, 2 days ago now. I think it was Tuesday. No, Monday. I sent him a text message. It was a nice, long text message, kind of giving him an ultimatum. Either we're going to have to do some sort of concessions as far as rent wise, or I'm going to probably have to break the lease and you can just come after me if you want. But at the end of the day, you haven't held up your end of the bargain as far as giving us electricity. I can't even use, like, literally half the land that I have is not usable. This was not disclosed to me at the beginning. That it seems like that property, the lot that I lease, is a flood zone. Literally, it's a flood zone. I mean, all the water from all the neighbors and everything comes into our lot. So, and I told him, get back to me as soon as you can. Let me know what you plan to do. And it's 2 days later, and he hasn't responded back to me. He read it because it shows read on my text message, but he hasn't responded back to me. I'm not gonna lie though, I've been looking for months for a property. I've been looking for a while now, just in case, as backup. I was literally looking right away when we first moved in, as soon as I saw how flooded it was the first time. But I haven't been able to find anything that's a reasonable deal. So I don't know. I'm. It's also not like absolutely necessary where I have to move. So the fire's not under my ass too much to do it. So, but I've been looking. So, anyways, guys, let me know how you guys are doing, what you guys are up to this week. How is business? Hope that answers your question, Andrew. In-law says yes, orange. Yeah, you guys have some orange shirts on. Super cool, dudes. We are going to be announcing. We're going to have a flyer coming out in the next couple of days for the November. Again, it's going to be the same days. It's actually going to be 2 days this year. I believe it's going to be November 11th and 12th for the Lone Star Showcase. It's going to be at Keystone again, and they are going to be hosting it for us. And we're going to do a little bit more this year as far as speakers and not just YouTubers, but more like professional speakers. We're going to have several people come out. So I'm not going to talk about it too much, but some cool vendors as well. It's going to be a lot bigger, hopefully, this year than ever before, than it was last year. So looking forward to that. So hopefully you guys can come out again. J&D Dumpsters and Junk Removal. What is going on? Sandwich, Illinois, man. What's up, man? What is going on? Welcome. Bust the Guns says respects, brother. Respect. I appreciate it, man. You got a jacket on. Looks like you're in a is it a bike club? I can't read that. But let me know if you ride, man. So I I've been a Harley guy since I was a crotch rocket kid in my teens until I was probably about 22. Well, actually, when I had my daughter, I decided I had a Hayabusa 1300, and it thing was fast. And then when I had my first daughter, I was like, you know what, I can't be messing around no more, um, going too crazy. So decided to become a Harley guy where I can't do wheelies, I can't do tricks on it, and I've been a Harley guy ever since. This has been the longest stretch of me not owning a Harley, which is probably like 4 or 5 years now. So where I live, it's all gravel road and dirt, and there's no way. If I get a bike here, I can ride on dirt. Don't get me wrong, but it's just gonna be dirty, and it's gonna be constantly dirty. When I bring it here, it's gonna get dirty, and I may wash it here, and then I leave again, it's gonna be dirty, and I don't know. I haven't had a bike for a while now, so kind of miss it. Andrew says no competition here, man. Not in Dallas. Joel from El Paso. What's up, brother? I appreciate you being here. You guys see the news today? What happened in Austin? I'll be honest with you. I love Texas. I really love Texas. I've lived in Wisconsin. I've lived in Florida, and I think Texas is where it's at, man. Just the response to all the bullshit. Even though Austin is a whole nother world, so it doesn't surprise me that Austin had the kind of protests that they did at their college. But the response from the Texas State Troopers, the overwhelming police presence, the no bullshit approach. That's what's up. That's what Texas is all about. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check out the news. But there was at least, they were doing a protest at the college down in Austin. And again, Austin is very liberal. Austin is like the armpit of Texas. Extremely liberal, extremely just, whatever. Doesn't Austin is like, doesn't even belong in Texas, to be honest with you. But so they were having this protest down in Austin, and the Texas State Troopers showed up in like an army. They showed up probably at least 100 deep with SWAT gear and horses and just like a show of force to shut these protesters up and get them moving. And that's what it's all about. So I love Texas. I'll be honest with you. Omar, I got me a free beer, y'all. Appreciate it, Omar. Hopefully you show up the next one, man. You didn't make it the last one. Don't think I'm not taking notes, man. I'm taking notes every time. Actually, and if Dylan was here, he'd say that you owe the whole group a drink because you missed the last one, but it was only one. The deal is if you miss two or more, you owe the whole group a drink if you miss a networking meetings. Good stuff. I like it. Thank you, Antrell. Rieger Dumpster from Greenville, Texas. What is up, brother? Thank you and welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Carl says, I've done some networking in the last week. Think it will help a lot. We have already helped each other out. Awesome, man. That's what it's all about, really. One connection, then two connections, and then three, and it's like a snowball. At the end of the day, like you just start making more and more connections, more and more people know what you do, and more people save you in their phone as a dumpster guy or the junk removal guy or whatever it is that you do. And then next thing you know, like you have enough business to where you don't even have to advertise. It's just a snowball. Time will always give you more opportunities, but you have to take them. You got to go out there and take them. You got to go out there, be vocal, have flyers ready, have your business cards, all that stuff. Naples, Florida, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers logo. Is that what it is? Yeah, I believe so. Trump for life. What is up, brother? Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, sir. The stars. That's right. That's what's up. It is another world down here. And again, when we moved here in 07. So I've been here since 07 from Wisconsin. And I just did not agree with half the shit Wisconsin does. I didn't agree with any of it. And I hated the snow. So Redbox, what is up, man? I appreciate you being here again. I do want to talk to you one of these days, man. Send me an email if you get a chance. Josh at AmericanAFDumpsters.com. I would love to talk to you a little bit about your franchise, man. I am working out a deal right now, and I can't talk out too much stuff, but we got some stuff coming in the next few months, which is going to be kind of interesting. So I'd like to talk to you a little bit about that. What is up, Missy? I appreciate you being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome on a Wednesday. Yeah, yeah, I said armpit. Armpit of Texas. There might be some people here from Austin, so I don't want to offend them too much, but honestly, I don't really know. If anybody's here from Austin, go ahead and speak out. Don't be ashamed. I don't hold you accountable for your peoples. But I highly doubt there's going to be anybody here from Austin. To be honest with you, most Austin people will not be watching my channel. Oh man, no offense if you are. Matt, you think the new non-compete law could help waste industry? This is interesting. I heard about that. And for those of you guys that don't know what Matt is talking about, they just passed a law, or I don't know if it was a Supreme Court ruling or what exactly it was, but they literally threw out all non-competes. Like non-competes aren't worth the paper that they're written on anymore, unless you're some major high up CEO, executive, something or other, and even that is going to be going out the window soon. So basically, there is no more non-compete clause. You can't have a non-compete clause in your contracts. It is null and void, effective immediately. So if you work for Waste Management, if you work for Republic or any of those other big boys, and you have a non-compete clause in there, you can now leave instantly and start up your own company. So that alone is absolutely going to affect every industry, I think. Uh, and it's going to cause some of those really big guys that, the big salespeople that work for Republic or Waste Management or any of those other guys that have their loyal clientele that are diehards to them. It's going to have those guys leave those big companies and start their own company and businesses. It's it's a game changer for every industry, I think. Super super interesting. So yeah, that's I absolutely think that's going to affect the waste industry. I think it's really interesting. Um, I know of a guy personally that he worked for Republic. He waited for his non compete to be done. Worked for Bubba Tugs. Didn't have a non complete in Bubba Tug. For those of you guys who don't know, Bubba Tug here is local. I believe they're local. They run some really, really, really old equipment, but they got a ton of them. I mean, I'm talking about like super old, where it's a surprise that some of those trucks are even on the road. Uh, and but yet they are, and they got a ton of trucks. And when I tell you their equipment is old, their dumpsters are like falling apart. I don't think I've ever seen one new. I'm sure they were new at some point, but they haven't invested in any new dumpsters in quite a while. But they're big. So he worked for Bubba Tug, and then I believe he had no non compete there, and then he moved over to Scrap It, and he brought in a ton of business to Scrap It. So um, it's guys like that where they either will start their own company or they're going to get poached by other companies. And if I can find somebody, and I mean they're worth their weight in gold really at the end of the day. But how do you keep those guys, right? If you hire those guys, if you hire somebody, and this is why us as business owners, we always have to keep a pulse on the business, and we always have to keep a pulse on our customers, because when you allow a salesperson or somebody to come in and be the face of your business, um, now more than ever, it's so risky, because they can easily take 20, 30, 50% of your business away, like that. They can literally take your contact information of your customers and go out and start their own business or go out and sell that to somebody else, whatever it may be. That is a huge deal, huge deal. I'm really surprised that that even passed. But let me know what you guys think about that. Man, am getting harder and harder to read. Sorry about that. I'm gonna need some glasses soon, y'all. Naples, Florida. My wife was close to her due date. Baby girl finally. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I'll give you that one, then, man. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. I'll let you slide on that one. Trump says, or Trump for Life says, my landfill videos are my favorite. Um, I'm gonna be honest. It's been this channel has been kind of a ups and downs to try to figure out what works, what doesn't work, what people like, what people don't like. Recently, I've just done a lot of POV type stuff. I've got a camera that I kind of mount on my hat and just do some POV stuff. You know, like normal, everyday. This is what I'm doing. And I don't know. Sometimes it hits and they do pretty good, and sometimes they flop, and I don't get very many views. So it's really hard to tell what works, what doesn't. And to be honest with you, what really works well, and it sucks because I mean, it's kind of how it is for everything. But what you get the most views on is when something goes wrong. People love I wouldn't say people love to see other people fail, but I think that's the truth, right? People love to see other people struggle. So the when the shit hits the fan, when I get stuck in the mud, you get scammed, you get this or that. I think those videos are really really popular. You guys tell me what. This is an interesting topic too. I'd love to hear this. What do you think is the best type of video? What engages you more? What's more interesting to you? Is it more Nobody wants to hear a talking head. I get tired of talking. I'm tired of talking already as it is right now. So uh, I'm sure talking head is not what it is. Is it educational? Is it how to? Is it POV? Is it just something to watch? Just whatever it is. I don't know. Is it truck stuff? Let me know what you guys are interested in. That's actually a pretty cool topic. I'd like to hear you guys' opinion. There's right now only 12 people in here, so I should see 12 comments of what you guys are interested in. 12 people. Come on, y'all. 15 now. Make sure you like, subscribe, smash the notification bell, hit that like button, y'all. Y'all hit that like button right now for me, please. We need to get some more people in here. What is AB? All right, let's see here. How hard is it to get a Texas Pride trailer? Bro, they're all over the place. But why would you want a Texas Pride trailer? Why would you want a Texas Pride trailer, man? They're all over the place here. Texas Pride is probably an hour and a half from me, hour. Um, yeah, they're all over the place. You're willing to, I mean, it's like going to Walmart. You want to buy, no, I'm just kidding. There's some, Texas Pride is fairly decent. I say that because, you know, if you want a real trailer, I'd say buy a hook lift trailer from me, Cam Concepts. But no, yeah, Texas Pride is pretty good. Their U.S. built dump trailers, I was really, really impressed with that. I really had zero issues with the dump trailers, and it's owned by Texas Pride. So U.S. built is a brand name, and their dump trailers are solid, dude. Solid. I never had it. It never struggled on a dump. It was pretty solid. So they were good. They were good trailers. I appreciate it, Redbox. Carl says I'm a Harley guy too, but I bought an in. Oh, I'm done. I can't even finish reading that. He bought. You can't say you're a Harley guy and that you bought an Indian. Okay, he still has a Harley though. So the Indian does it have reverse? That's the only thing that I would be jealous on is it has a reverse. But it sounds like an electric car. It sounds like a Tesla. You can't even hear it coming. And you know, if I'm riding a motorcycle, I want you to feel me coming. I want you to hear me coming. I want you to you know, hear me from a mile away because I don't want to get run over. So I want people to hear me coming from a long ways away. So having them Harley pipes is what it's all about. What is up, Anna Lee? Says, how's it going, guys, tonight? Let me know what you guys think, what you guys like, what kind of videos you guys like. Still interested in that. What kind of videos do you guys interest you guys the most? POV, um, educational, how to's, landfill stuff. What are you guys looking at? Matt says, how about the cities that only allow one waste company? What about them? What about the cities that only allow one waste? Around here, that's almost every single city. Dallas is open market, but almost every other city surrounding Dallas is franchise. And I don't have an agreement with that. I don't. I don't have a contract saying I can't service anybody. Uh, There are cities that enforce it, like Frisco, Mesquite. Mm, I know there's one or two other ones that enforce it a lot, but but that doesn't stop me from dropping off dumpsters. Um, it's up to the homeowner. It's up to the contractor to decide whether they're going to use this or not. And at the end of the day, if a dumpster gets towed, I will have the homeowner possibly. It's built into the contract. I don't know if I'll have the homeowner pay for it or not, or just go get it. But at the end of the day, like I'm not concerned with the franchise agreements. I do what I got to do, and if they call me to pick them up, I will pick them up without without too much drama. But that's how I'm rolling. That's how a lot of and for the most part, that's just a city. If you go out in the country, in the county, you can cover a lot of space in the county, and that's also why our market is really spread out too. Because a lot of the counties out in the boondocks and stuff like that, we go all the way out, and those are not governed by any municipality or any rules or ordinances. Boy, oh boy. Omar says, "How are Google Ads going for you?" So, literally, just in the last couple week or two, I feel like a majority of my business that I'm getting is repeat customers and not so much new. So, literally, yesterday and today, actually this week, I've been really thinking about dropping down some of the ads. I'm still paying a boatload in ads, and I don't think I'm getting enough. Turn this fan on real quick. Um, but the last, I can tell you exactly what he emails me. My ad guy emails me every month, obviously to get payment. But let me tell you what my conversion rate was. Uh, what's his name? Nick. Seriously. Nope, it's not in that. Oh, it's the wrong email. Give me a second. Nick. All right, here we go. Uh, Attached to your Google Ads report for the past 30 days, as well as the invoice for this month's Google Ads management. For Google Ads this past month, the tighter conversion tracking implemented just over 30 days ago, which we did tighter tracking, led us to having 3.59 thousand ad clicks, 68 tracked conversions, which is only counting phone calls over 30 seconds from ads, checkout page hits, contact form submissions, and actual DRS purchases at an $80 a cost per conversion. So $80 cost per conversion. So that's where I'm at. Let me see if you guys can see this or not. 3.59 thousand clicks, 68 conversions, $80.20 a cost per conversion, and I spent $5.45 thousand. This is the last month. Let's see if this will focus in or not. There we go. So hopefully you guys saw that. You guys can screenshot that, check it out. Any questions, let me know. Looks like top searches and words within searches where people saw my ads were dumpster rental Dallas, dumpster rental Waxahachie, roll off dumpster rentals, roll off dumpsters, Dallas dumpster rental Arlington, rent a dumpster Dallas, dynamite dumpster rental. I don't know if dynamite, I never heard of dynamite, and 20-yard dumpster. That was March 15th through April 15th. So hopefully that answers your question, Omar. Bet that DOT checkpoint was a hit, though. I don't know. Let me check that. I'm kind of interested in that. I haven't really checked the stats on that one. I was really hoping it would be because, to be honest with you, the way I worded it was not just geared towards dumpsters, but geared more towards just truckers in general. So So I was hoping that would open up my target audience, I guess, a little bit more than normal. So ranking by views out of the top 10, it's 3 of the last top 10, if that makes sense. Um, so it hasn't been too bad. Unlocking. So my hook lift trailer is number 1 in the last 10 of the last 10 videos I've uploaded, which was me introducing the distributorship between Camp Concepts and myself, and that I'm a Camp Concept distributor. Which, by the way, I've officially sold my first trailer, and it's a 1 of 12 deal for a really big national equipment rental company that is going to be using the trailers in oil fields. Not even a dumpster guy. So received a check received. It's in production. My trailer is in production. I'm playing with the idea of buying a mini hook lift that I can install on like a F350 or 3500 or 450 or 4500 that can haul 10-yard dumpsters. That hook lift is pretty inexpensive and it looks pretty cool. So, and it seems like it's pretty simple to install. So I can not for myself, but more to possibly just test it out and then put it for sale and make a little bit off of that. So I'm pretty excited on that. So since I'm going to pay for shipping for the trailer to come all the way from Canada, and I'm going to have half the trailer probably empty, I'm probably going to add on the mini hook lift as well. So first video out of 10, the top 10 or the last 10 is going to be the hook lift trailer video. Second video is that they filled a dumpster with dirt. And third video is this one, pulled over by Texas State Trooper. So it's not as good as I thought it was going to be, but it's good. It's all right. It's all right. We'll see how it does in the long term. 2 hours. I was there over 2 hours. I really was kind of losing my shit. I was like, I don't know about you guys, but to sit somewhere for 2 straight hours doing absolutely nothing, it drives me bonkers. Ken Reynolds is interested in hook trailers. Well, reach out to me, homie. Josh at AmericanAFDumpsters.com. I am stoked about these trailers. I'm going to be honest with you. The more I have been working with Cam Concepts, the more of a professional, they seem, so far, everything's been kind of on point. They're not messing around. They are producing these trailers. They're knocking these things out. I've seen a picture or 2 of mine in the production stage. And yeah, I've also made a Cam Concepts Facebook page for those of you guys that are interested. It's an owners group, but anybody's welcome. I might change the name to just Cam Concept Group or whatever. But anybody's welcome. Lots of people love their equipment there. Haven't had very many complaints at all. The only complaints I have had is like apparently the Bluetooth. They have an app that controls, or it's an optional app that controls the unit or the hook lift, and a lot of times the Bluetooth it drops, so it drops connection. So I'm not sure how they're going to fix that, but yeah, reach out to me. Let me know kind of what specs you're looking for, and I can get you priced out on a hook lift trailer. I am also, so I sold that 1 of 12. Mine, I might buy that other hook lift for a small truck. But I'm also very, very close to closing. I think it's already closed. A deal on a Campac, which is a hook lift compactor. Super cool. So that'll be the first compactor that I've sold. And I don't think there's. I had heard that there is only $30,000 worth of sales in the U.S. in the last 3 years here in the United States. So there wasn't very much of a market here in the U.S. So I'm glad we're starting to put the word out a little bit and getting some actual U.S. sales for them because they have a really neat product. And I think they have the patent on it. So even if somebody else wanted to do a hook lift trailer, I don't think they can. Correct me if I'm wrong. Z by 14 guy. I still have it. I haven't been on it in 10. Z by 14 guy. No clue what you meant by that intro. I would like to see some drone footage again. The drone has been packed away, and I have. It's hard to drive the truck. I want to buy the new. Maybe that's going to be an excuse to buy the new drone where it follows me. But my drone, I have to drive and fly it at the same time. So when you guys watch a video of me driving in the drone footage, it's literally like me driving with my knee, flying the drone at the same time. So I will definitely do that. I will get some more drone footage out there. Love the truck videos and drone footage. All right, cool. And the other thing is, when you fly a drone at the landfill, I think you're violating all kinds of federal laws. So I did it twice, I think, and I was so nervous because I'm like, dude, if I get caught flying a drone at the landfill, plus I really didn't want one of those million shitty ass birds flying into my drone and knocking it down, and then I'm out 600 or $800. But because there's birds everywhere at the landfill, right? But but yeah, maybe do more swap outs. It's not too bad to do a drone footage to do a swap out because you could just fly the drone and keep it there. The only risk that you take though is that if you take too long doing the swap out, the battery life on the drone will drain, right? And if it gets below like 25%, it literally returns back to where you started. And I did that one time too, and it returned back to like literally it flew back to the middle of the street where I set it off to start recording, and I didn't realize it until after I was done doing the swap out, and I rushed back hoping that nobody ran over my drone, which they didn't, but it's kind of funny. It's much easier if I had somebody in the truck with me. Really wish I had somebody in the truck with me sometimes. Plus, I'm a gearhead and I love the truck footage. All right, good to hear. Nice to know. It's always really nice to hear from you guys as far as what you guys like to see. So I'm gonna definitely be doing some more drone footage here soon. Picking up the dumpster in the city that enforces their agreement. However, I dropped it off on Friday, swapping out on Saturday, swapping out again on Monday. Today is Wednesday, and just now caught it. Well, you got your money's worth then. So hopefully they got enough out of it where they don't need it anymore. Um, Sometimes a lot of these cities just kind of play chicken though. They just kind of threaten you. They play big. As long as as long as you're nice to them, uh, they might not make a big deal of it. Sometimes I know one city in particular. They told me, look, they're not going to really enforce it too much if I park it in a driveway, but if I park it in the street, they're gonna get it out of there. So he kind of told me they usually don't have a big deal. Then there's other cities that the actual dumpster company enforces it. I have heard a company in like Kaufman, those of you guys that know the area, by the name, it starts with a B. That company, if he finds the owner, if he finds he has the franchise agreement with that city, and if he finds another dumpster in his city, he will send that dumpster company a cease and desist letter and a phone call really threatening to take legal action against that dumpster company, which I don't know, I really don't know how much he has to stand on there. I don't know how much he can really sue for. I'm sure he can sue for damages or whatever, but I can't imagine that would really do well in court. If you're doing like a residential, if you're doing like a long-term project where it's like maybe like a big warehouse or something like that, or a long-term contract, then maybe I can see that. But yeah, apparently that company enforces their own franchise agreement with the city. Cannon Builder, hey, what happened here? What is up, brother or sister? What am I doing? There we go. Nope, that doesn't look good. There we go. Can I get Dome channel love? Some channel love. Yeah, hopefully. What is up, Cannon? Appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, I kind of wanted to know what city and trail as well, if you don't mind sharing. Uh, kind of curious. Never had much luck with Google Ads. You either have to pay an absolute ton or none at all. So that's why I don't manage it myself, Cannon, because you can really lose your ass if it's not done properly. You can lose a ton of money. So I have learned, I have made that mistake. I have tried to manage them myself in this business and other businesses, and I think the $400 or $500 that you pay for somebody to do it for you is, as long as you're serious about advertising, is worth it. Obviously, the less you spend, maybe there's a smaller package, but I'm paying $500 for my ad spend, which is like 10% of what I spend. Uh, so it's not a bad deal. Arm Wrestling Center, what is up, man? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Wednesday live feed. Appreciate you guys being here. We got 20 something people in here. Make sure you hit that like button, please, so we can get some more people in here and have a party tonight. If the conversations start getting more interesting, I will stay as long as y'all want me to stay. So, Arm Wrestling Center, what is up, brother? How are you able to haul your 15-yard cans on your international? I thought your 15-yard cans were only no. My first set of cans that I ordered, my first set of 15 yards were for my Lone Star trailer. Okay, those were 14 feet long. I had those converted to hook lift when I got the hook lift when I got the Hino. Okay, so with the Hino, I was able to haul those 15s because they were 14 feet long. Then after that, I ordered, how many? Only three. I have three 15 yards that are 16 feet long that are dual hook and cable, right? So those I can haul with my international. With my international, I can haul 16 to 22 foot cans. I can technically pull up a 14-foot can onto my truck. I can't move the jib forward at all because it's right on the end, and there's no rear locking. The rear won't lock at all. So if I strapped it down or something like that, I could haul a 14 foot. But it's not really safe, and I'd rather not do it. So 16-foot cans, yeah, I have 16-foot 15-yard cans. I have all my 25s are 16-foot cans as well, except for also the first two or three, I think. No, I want to say all of them are 16-foot. So I could technically haul all my 16s. However, the 15s only the last three. Any of my cans that you see that are dual are dual hook, so hook lift and the doghouse for the cable. Those I can haul with my international. Reinhardt Racing Exhaust sounds a lot like my Harley, and I watch all your content. Oh, car. So on the okay, you have a Reinhardt on your Indian. Okay, uh, Reinhardt. Uh, I think they make all kinds of exhausts too, right? I believe I had them on the crotch rockets. I'm not sure. A long time ago, possibly. And your international can only haul 16. You're correct. International can only haul 16 and 22s. I'm getting a 26 GVWR truck with a SL 214 and want to see if my cans will be able to haul with an 80,000 GVWR SL 520. Um, the rear locking tab, I don't know. The rear locking tab may or may not be in the same spot. Um, and as long as they're 16 feet, you should be able to absolutely haul on both trucks. As long as they're 16 feet long. You might have to do two different tab spots like I have, but possibly not. I'm not 100% sure. The reason I have two different tabs on my rails for the rear lockers is because I have a swap loader and a pal finger, and they have two different heights as far as the rear lockers are concerned, and obviously the length, right? So my cans I have built specifically now for both trucks if they're 16 feet long, unless they're the 30s. But if I were going to order a 15 again or a 25, the tabs in the rear are in different locations to accommodate the two different style trucks that I have. Kenan says, anyone have a dump trailer? I don't know. I used to have dump trailers. I would rent them out just like any other dumpster. Definitely interested in seeing those compactor hook lifts. Vanished dumpster rental. What is up, man? Um, where is he from? He's from Georgia. So when he gets it in, I might just do a trip. I think he's from Georgia. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. No, he is from Mississippi. So when he gets it in, I might do a trip over there and do some recording. I don't know. I'd love to see it in person myself. So that's a really good possibility. So I can get some footage for it and just kind of start seeing it firsthand what it's like myself. All it takes is some rear auxiliary hydraulic lines that go run to the back, and you can hook up that compactor. It's a 10 yard, so it's going to be a smaller one. I forgot what kind of truck he's going to put it on, but it's a 10 yard. Kawasaki ZX14. I've not been on it in 10 years, dude. I couldn't even like if I rode a Kawasaki again or a crotch rocket again or even my Busa, I would look like a monkey humping a football, right? I would look like that dude, like all big and kind of scrouched over. My belly would be hurting on the tank. Now I'm wait, my back would hurt after about 10 minutes. My knees would probably give out. I'd be that guy. So it's got to be a Harley. It's got to be like the Harley is just like a recliner. You kick your feet out, and it's just comfortable, man. I have done so when I moved here from, mind you, I moved here from Wisconsin, right? So home of the Harley, right? Harley Davidson. Every 5 years, Harley has this huge ride home, right? From all over the country, they have this huge ride home where it's like a routed trip where you can join in at any state for the most part, and you join in and you ride in with hundreds, if not thousands, of bikes by the time you get into Wisconsin. It's one hell of a ride. It's one hell of experience. So when I moved down here, I've made every single Harley ride home because again I've got family in Wisconsin, so to take a ride from Texas to Wisconsin, it's usually like a 2 to 3 day with scheduled stops, and then you have like Harley parties that just stops, and then you get more people that join in at every single stop. So by the time you ride into Wisconsin, again, as far as you see forward, there's nothing but Harleys, and as far as you see back, there's nothing but Harleys. So I believe I did the 95th, the 100th, the 105th anniversary, and I believe this year, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this summer is the 110th. This will be the first year where I don't have a bike to go and ride to Wisconsin for the 110th. Um, Maybe I'll rent one, but I don't think I'll be going to Wisconsin this summer, but we'll see. But it's one hell of a ride. First time I ever did it, I met the one of the scheduled stops was right here in Grand Prairie at the Harley Davidson here in Grand Prairie, and we met up with this group of from Mexico. Straight, I mean, they came straight from Mexico, uh, and they were all like super rich. I had one guy owned a toothpick factory, the other guy owned like a cemetery. What do you call it? A casket company. Another guy was a contractor. I mean, they had money though. Like they had real money. It's not like and super cool guys. They got me T-shirts and for their riding club or their group that they had, all kinds of tequila. We had a lot of fun, a lot of fun. So, anyways, enough of that. This is dumpster talk, not Harley talk. Frontier Waste told a contractor that rented from me in Liberty County they had a franchise agreement for the whole county, and he could not have my dumpster at his project. Contractor told him to take a hike. Never call a letter from them myself. So, and actually, this just happened to me the other day. I think I made a short of it or a TikTok. It was a what do you call it? An excavator or one of those big things. It was dumping. It was doing demo of a house, and it was taking all the trash and putting it into my dumpster. And there was two Republic dumpsters behind it, 40 yards. And Republic wasn't able to get them cans fast enough. They only had 3 days to demo that whole house, and they wanted to more dumpsters. So they called me up. I was able to get them a dumpster in a couple hours, and it was a live load. So I literally was waiting there. While I was waiting there, the pickup truck supervisor for Republic swung by, and he talked to the contractor and told them that I'm not supposed to be there, and he would allow me to leave with that dumpster. Allow me to leave, mind you. They were already filling my dumpster up, but he would allow me to leave with that dumpster, but I could not come back. And I told him, look, I operate 24 hours a day. I technically don't, but I have a landfill that's 24 hours a day. If they wanted me to work throughout that night, and they were willing to work throughout that night, I would have came back all night to get that whole house done and taken it to that 24-hour landfill and just do live loads over and over and over again. Because I highly doubt he was going to come back at night. They passed on that offer that I made, but yeah, they came out in their little pickup truck with the little yellow lights, telling them that I couldn't be there, and that was like Terrell. That was like a city that usually doesn't bother us. So Antrell says it was University City just out of San Antonio where he got in trouble, or where they wanted him to take his can out. Carbros Carbros Anonymous or Anon says my wife accidentally called my trailer a dumpster instead of a can, so I punched her. Oh man! And with that, I am gonna go ahead and end this live, y'all. I'm tired and I'm gonna be going to bed soon. But that is hilarious, brother. You know, it, most people will not realize, they will not know it's not a dumpster. But that's funny. That's funny as hell. I am out, y'all. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, smash the notification bell, and we will see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for being here. Happy Wednesday. Have a good rest of your week, y'all. Peace.